My morning routine is the thing that saves my life. Sometimes when we're having a rough dementia day or we're having a rough day all the way around and the world feels like it's falling apart, my little routine is the normal factor. It is the grounding factor, and I depend on it. So for today's video, what we're going to do, I made a little spreadsheet so I could show you my schedule and kind of how I run my mornings, particularly my stay-at-home mornings. This is mostly my stay-at-home days. And then I'm going to go do my chores that I do every morning, and you're going to come along with me. Let's do it. Come on, let's do this. Okay, y'all, so what I did was I just put a little table together for what I want to always try to do on the mornings that I am at home. On days when we have doctor's appointments or I'm working, I do a whole different thing. But this is for my at-home days. So this first column is rise and shine. I generally get up 6:30 or something like that. I've always kind of been an early riser, but y'all, I don't move anymore very fast. It takes me about an hour to get to where I can move. My get up and go's got up and gone, and I have to ease into my day. So right here, this is my coffee. I just wake up. I make coffee. I wake my house up, open my blinds, turn a light on, and this is my time. This is my solitude time. When my eyes kind of focus, I go ahead and check my YouTube channel, see if I got any comments I need to respond to. My favorite thing to do is sit on the porch. We live in North Florida, and most days I can sit out there, and I just love the nature. We're in the country, so I enjoy that. And during this time, I plan my husband's day. He has dementia, so I get all his schedule things put together. And I want you to look over here, in this column right over here, and it says, this whole time for the morning is non-negotiable. I try very hard for it to be non-negotiable. Should I sleep in a little bit? Well, it's not the end of the world. And if Butch pops up early, well, that's fine. I just go with it. Y'all, you got to go with life as it hits you, moment by moment, day by day. I don't flip out if this isn't working, but these are my goals. About 7:30, Butch is usually up. We drink coffee, we sit, we talk. It is our golden part of the day. Non-negotiable. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna have this where we can talk, think on things, have companionship in that early morning time, and then we do talk about his schedule. I'll get it up on the fridge, and being honest, the rest of the day I'm keeping him on task. And there's only 3 things on that list. The doctor told us never ever more than 3 because it's just too overwhelming. And so there you have it. After that, I eat. I usually have a protein shake in the morning, sometimes an egg or whatever, but he goes on ahead and fixes him a big old breakfast. While he's doing that, I hit my some people call it quiet time, whatever, it's my prayer time. I have fixed up my bedroom back in the back, another bedroom, a second bedroom for a little prayer room and studio/office. And so I go in there, and that's where I get everything I need for the day. If I didn't have that, and some days I don't, that's okay. It stretches over from the day before, but I got to get with God or I ain't getting anywhere this day, and that is non-negotiable, okay? I have to be having a very bad day for me not to get that in. Next, I try to do, I do my stretching from all my rheumatological stretching. I do about 20 minutes of some kind of exercise, and sometimes that's walking, depending on the weather, and sometimes it's a video or something like that. Nothing heavy, nothing heavy. Now, 10 o'clock, I am ready to start my chores, and that's what we're gonna do right now. I'm gonna show you what I do from about 10 to 11. If I have a main job, I only do 1 a week, maybe 2. Then I'll hit that at about 11. And if that's the case, if I do have a main job, I don't really do too much of this morning spruce up stuff. But for instance, if I'm going to the grocery that day, that is what I do that day, and very little of the morning spruce up, I call it, or chores. Anyway, I keep at that till about 12:30, 1 o'clock, and then it's lunch and then the afternoon. But this video is speaking just to the morning, so let's get to cleaning. So, like I said, I start here in my bedroom, making my bed. I have simplified this process as much as I can. I just have a quilt. I do have to work around bed rails on that one side. But I don't have all the mini pillows and things I used to do for decor. I just get her done. And y'all, some days I don't get the whole thing done with all of it. I just pull up the covers and be done with it. But that is the way I start my day. From there, if it needs it, I grab my little feather duster. Y'all, we live in the country on a dirt road, and on a daily basis, you could write your name on the dust on my furniture. So for the most part, this is just keeping it at bay. So I go over the furniture like that, and that's about all I do in here. Also, I tidy up if clothes are laying everywhere. I do that first and get that up out the way. We do that sometimes too. Okay, so next up, I go on into the kitchen living room area, and if he's still sitting at the counter eating, or go ahead and start in the living room, and this is how I take care of that. So I usually start at the front door here. My dogs love to sit here and look out, and they press their noses up there and get their dog goo all over my door. So I try to give it a lick and a promise every day. I'm not doing the outside today because it's raining already. We're going to have a rainy day. Then I have to get that duster and go at it on my furniture. Again, if it doesn't need it, if I've done it the day before, I don't bother with it. But most days, I just have a dusty house because we live in a dusty area. I want to point out too, this is my living room. Our living room, dining room, and kitchen are all one great big open concept area. But we don't watch TV in here. We have a bedroom in the back we made a little den out of, so it doesn't stay really messy. We sit in there in the mornings, and of course I play the piano, and I do other things. I read a book in there and all, but we don't really spend a lot of time messing it up, so it wasn't a whole lot to do. And there's Isabel. Now moving over to the dining room, I'm not doing flipping there today because I'm coming up on my piano recital. This is recital week. So I've got all my gear spread out on the dining room table, and it's gonna look a lot worse than that for the week's over, so I don't even walk in there. But I do go on after that to the kitchen, and I wipe everything down and do what he didn't do, and go from there. All right, so Butch is pretty good about loading the dishwasher with his dishes he's dirtied up or any that are in the sink. But he doesn't really put up any food or any mess he's made. I've already put up all the food back and things in the fridge and all that. Now, the man does not wipe down a counter. And being honest, I don't think it's really in men's DNA to actually wipe down a counter. Now, I might be wrong with some of you, so please drop me comments and let me know if they do a better job. But I wipe everything down I can. He had grits this morning, so I'm going to do a fair amount of grit, clean it up, I think. So now I'm all done. I do want to show y'all this little butter pig. I have my butter dish. I got it at the dollar store for only $5. It's the cutest thing. I get a lot of comments on it. The only other thing I do is spruce up the bathroom. Now, I did not spruce up our bathroom today off of our bedroom master bath because I cleaned it down top to bottom yesterday. However, the main bath that's in the house I spruced it up. So here's the way that went. So y'all, this is my newest find, Clorox toilet
bombs, toilet bowl bombs. I love these things. You just drop them in. You go about your business with what else you're going to do. By the time you get finished and get back over there to that toilet, that little thing has fizzed up. And I've not found anything any better that gets out the stains, rust stains and such that I get a lot of in my toilet bowl. Check it out.
And that's it. That's about all I do. About every other day, I wash a load of laundry. We don't have that much laundry, so I just do that. And that's my morning routine. I take life as it comes. I take my daily schedule as it comes. But y'all, I always feel so productive when I do that. Let me tell you this little story about making your bed. It's one of the first things you learn how to do as a child. And so it's that first act in the morning that you do that begins your day with a productive outlook. So for the most part, I still make my bed. It doesn't look all perfect and everything. A lot of times I just pull up the covers and smooth them and don't even fool with the pillows and all like that. But I think it's still a good idea. I do. I think it's still a good idea. A lot of people have dropped that. But I encourage y'all to make up a little schedule. Hey, drop me some comments about what you do. And also, if you'd like to, if you're a little technology challenged and you'd like for me to do a video on how to make up a table or even an Excel sheet on Microsoft Word, drop that in the comments as well, because I'd love to do a video like that if there's some interest. All right. You guys be blessed today. I am so glad I'm done with my morning work. Y'all be blessed today and find something to smile about, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.